No, that's okay. Thank you very much.
Om, everyone. Om. Anybody hear it?
Yes, yes, we can hear you, Mohan bhai. Yes.
Om.
First of all, I'd like to know how many Gujaratis in this class today.
Raise your hand.
One here.
Yeah,
Oh,
one
too many Gujarati, you've taken over the whole world.
Yeah. How many Gujaratis?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can see 10 hands already up, already
Oh,
out of
Thakur is there.
11, 12.
Fantastic. Very good. Yeah. So, Shravanji, you'll have to become a Gujarati now.
I'm Marwari. I'm not far from you. I'm neighbor. I'm your neighbor. Gujarati
Oh,
neighbor,
right.
Rajasthan.
Yeah, only 200 miles away. Just a stone throw away. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you. Okay. Reason I'm just asking how many Gujaratis is because I myself is Gujarati and it's how to deliver this class. I'm not good on everything, but I can make a good khichdi with English, Hindi, and Gujarati. I'm sure we all can manage it that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you. Okay. Let's chanting Omkar Mantra for 3 times. Which is in the 3 stage O, U, M. Right. Let's begin. Last time together. Take a deep breath. Lamba swas lijiye mere bhai behan. Raise your both hand in front of your face, rub it together. Make a cup shape, put it over your eyes and take a deep breath. Lamba swas. And slowly remove it. Fantastic. You are all welcome in yoga class. आप सबका स्वागत है yoga class में. What am I going to say? It is my own experience. Some I picked up from the Yogagram when I was there by Dr. Neil. And also the many other things I picked up from Shravanji. Whenever his classes I used to attend and picks up something, one or two thing. And that's what I'm going to just repeat it. Let's put it this way. I hope it will benefit the many people. One thing I would like to say is that whenever I just quote some figure works, they may be not correct because I'm not in the statistic world, but it's a near enough. So you would adjust it yourself and see this advice or whatever I call it. It's just a simple advice. I'm not a doctor or anything. I'm just a teacher like everyone else. And I'm passing through some my own experience, some I read it, and this is what. So if there's any questions, you can ask me afterwards, hopefully not to disturb in middle. So because we have a limited time and there's a lot more thing to cover. Let's see how much I can cover up. Okay. First up question is, Meri behne matao ko, you're preparing the food. What is meaning of the preparing the food? Is it for the taste bud or is it for the health? This is the first question.
Health.
Health. Thank you. You see, all the ladies, all the Mata Behne, you are a fantastic chef, cook. आप ये अपने गढ़थुथुई में जन्म से लेके आए हुए स्किल. Cooking, passion. Then your grandma nourished you, then your mothers nourished you, so you have a plenty, and then now you are running your families. So it's the housewife or the mother or wife, it's a humble duty to look after the family's health, and it's from the kitchen. आप कैसे कुक कर रहे हैं, आप क्या खिलाते हैं, आप कौन सा मसाला इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं, ये सब इसके अंदर आता है. जैसे लाइक if you have what we call the kitchen spice box, it's got everything with the meaning of the Ayurvedic properties and values.
You are muted.
म्यून भाई आपका वॉइस खत्म हो गया.
Okay. So I'm going to talk today, it's just a vegetable food or vegetable. Now there's a vegetable, there's two types of vegetables. There's lots of, one is called the root vegetables. Other one is a flourish, is a leafy vegetables and that sort of things. We can go on the list, that one, it's a very long list, but all you know that roughly, it's a root vegetable like a potato, sweet potato, yam, cassava, which is the, then carrot, muli, beetroot, spinach, asparagus, ginger, haldi, and garlic, and many more. That's called root.
मोहन भाई, there's a background noise coming from somewhere. Don't know who. आपका रेडियो ऑन है कुछ क्या पीछे में?
नहीं, मेरा तो कुछ नहीं है
यहाँ पे किसी और का तो साउंड नहीं आ रहा है, हमारा आपका है बस. किसी का पीछे का बैकग्राउंड नॉइज आ रहा है, कसके रेडियो बजा रही है.
Someone's microphone's on, or someone's something is on, or there's two devices on.
That's
Somebody's
right.
got. Can you please check on? We all, I don't have anything.
No, but everything seems quiet there. That's what I'm saying. It's just the you and me. That's all. Hold on. No, it's only me and Sudarshan Kapoor ka hai. Okay.
Is he okay now? Hello?
No,
Can everybody hear to me?
could you please, if somebody got the microphone on or something, please switch off, please.
Okay.
हमारे में आ रहा है क्या कुछ? हो सकता है suppose कि हमारे, let me see.
Hello? Okay. Is he okay working, Sravanji? He's disappeared.
Savanji, for us, it's all fine. We can hear Mohanji very clearly. There's no voice coming to us.
Thank you. So I'll continue with while Sravanji is looking after or finding the problems. So that's a type, is a root vegetables. And there's many more as well as, but this is just a simple example I'm giving you. Then you got the leafy vegetables, which is, we get leafy, which is broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, bhajis, like all the spinach, kale, methi, suwa. There's a lot of bhajis as well as. And then you get some fruit sort of things like dudhi. Then you got the saragwa, tomatoes, and many more. That's all the vegetables mainly we using it, and some tinda and all sorts of vegetables we using it in our daily food. Okay, so on that one, there's two type fibers, because these are the containing more fibers on the vegetables, which is I learned. The one, it's called soluble fibers, and other one, it's called non-soluble fibers. The both is important for the body. The soluble fibers got vitamins and automatically it dissolves, so body will get the benefit out of it. Non-dissolved, non-soluble fibers, that's have also major part playing in our body, which maybe not we are aware of this one. It's like its job is to like a jharu lagana, cleaning the intestine, everything. That's his job, because it's non-soluble, so it doesn't dissolve. How it works? It works, it contains a lot of water and moistures. It shuts it from all your food and everything, and it expands like a ball. And the ball is soft inside, so you make a shape according to your intestine. When it's moved from there, it moves it. And what his job is, it cleans in the intestine wall. All the fat and sticky stuff, gluey stuff on over the year, it sticks on your intestine. And result, it's getting smaller and smaller. Inside the bore, it getting smaller and smaller. It's like a plumbing, like Sravanji says. It's like a sink pipe or a drainage pipe get blocked after a while. And this is exactly happening in our body. And as you get that result, that there, no matter what you eat, no matter what the superfood you eat, it does not observe much as a light body, because there's a lot of barrier between them, so it doesn't, and it keep moving it. Also, as we're getting older, our stamina is getting less and less, so therefore that's another problem there. And this is the situation when it comes, sort of thing. It's a Patanjali Yoga Pit, Hardwar, Yogagram, and others. They provide the services when you go there for healthcare. It's called clones cleaning. With that fantastic result. I've been there, and I always goes there after my treatment's over, cancer or anything. Then I go there and spend 10 days, 14 days to clean it out, the systems, all the toxins been removed, and you become a young man. But natural way, we can't do it here. So the natural way it's happening here, it's, if I ask you the questions, when you eat the bhajis or moog or sprouted beans or sort of thing, the next morning your stool will be a lot easier, erecting very well easily. Did you ever thought about what is happening then? What's the process gone there? Okay, we all know about it. When we eat this and when we eat that, it's happened. But did anybody knows about it? If you could just explain me 1 minute, please, if someone.
It's easy to digest.
Yeah, that's one way.
Also fiber, the soluble fibers.
Exactly. That's what I'm looking for. It's a fibers, not soluble fibers. It's acting that way.
Yes. Removing the
all the talk, all the sticky and all the thing, as long as you have a plenty water. If you don't have a water enough, that's why Swamiji says, and Sravanji now saying is, drink water after meal, half an hour after the meal. You can have a little bit drink before or a little bit, but maximum is that. There's another system for that one. But that's the more you drinking the water before you go in bed, and so that's the non-soluble fibers. It's got enough water to expand. And there, okay, that's one way. But what happens if you don't have if your body don't have enough water, or you don't consume the enough water? What's happened? What's the reaction? Advert, reverse action. It's getting harder ball. It's become hard. And that's where it starts the constipation. That's our first sign. Now just imagine what happened. The constipation start. It's explaining like, if you are in a motorway and you got a motorway blocked, you are stuck in middle. You cannot go forward or backward or anywhere. The situation that's happening in your body. If you're taking any medication, it's only working on the top end, but not on the bottom end where exactly it's stuck. So therefore, it's a prevention better. So drink plenty water, do a little bit exercise, do this. You should know your body language, what to eat and what to not eat, and how to eat. Over spices food are not good. Every fatty food, lot of oils are not good. Overcooked. Mere bhai behan, mere behan matao, overcooked. And we Gujis, the reason I'm asking you that one is that one, we Gujaratis are good on that. We like to spicy, we like to be taste buds ourselves. And Gujis is well known for foodies. like myself, my wife's cooking all the time, and I do it. There's an old saint saying in this one, सूरतનું જમણ અને કાશીનું મરણ. अभी एक गलत बात है. जमन को कम करना चाहिए. Means our body, our stomach, its capacities is 700 gram of the food. 700 to 800 gram food. अभी मेरे भाई बहन हम गुजरी लोग सुबह में ही इतना तक खा लेते ब्रेकफास्ट में, और वो भी क्या क्या न जाने क्या क्या, फाफड़ा, जलेबी, गाठिया, थेपला, माय गॉड, क्या क्या खा लेते. फिर बाद में और डालते रहते, फिर बाद में और डालते रहते, फिर ऐसे बन जाते हम. ये एक मुश्किल. Now also our stomach, it's like a pressure cooker. There is no like a grinders or anything in our body to chuck it down the food. It's the natural process body. And this how, so when you eat, you should leave the quarter part of your stomach empty. Not 3/4 part food, quarter part leave empty, because when this process start happening with the chemically and all, it's raising the temperatures quite a high to break down the food in your stomach, make it a mash. And then when you drink after half hour or something, water, it starts creating the more heat and steam, and it pressurizes the food down towards your intestine. And that's the process it takes. Full process it takes about 4 to 5 hours to from there to the final end. Remember, and that's where it's happening. Now, example, if we have overeaten, what's happening? It's happening is this. It's like if you had too much water and too much food in a pressurized cooker, what happened? The whistle safety valve nikal jayega, everything out. मेरे भाई बहन यही होते हैं मेरे शरीर में. Then you escape all the gases in power, and it comes up. It doesn't go down. It comes up in our body, and it pressurizing all the system like lungs, like heart, lot of things, and all acidity, and thus create another like bloating, like heart problems, like high blood pressures, many more things happen. So that's the reason you wanted to do that. So that to control it itself, it's the manage your food very well, and little bit exercise. Of course, exercise is important as well. As just Samanji says and Swamiji says, you must walk, plenty walking, or if you don't have any system, like if I say myself, it's when I was poorly or when I was locked down in house for many years, many months, sorry, I used to walk in my house. Walk in my house, backward, forward, up and down. Somehow keep moving it, keep moving your body and move the foods downwards. Okay, so far is good. Now then your question is, how does it work? Because the body or stomach does not have a pump. If I can understand with the Sravanji and others, body have only one pump is the heart. Other than that, all the things happening is the muscles moving it, exercise and everything's moving around and give the energy to push it forward or backward. All the bloods and everything, all toxins come out, or breathing. This is all happened by natural. If I may write, if am I wrong, please, Ramanji, just nod it to me so I'm not giving the wrong advice to someone or something. So, okay. So that's how it works. So then now food's gone onto your intestine. Now just imagine your intestine, if somebody doctors pull it out and put it from your straight line, small and big intestine, I think is about 21 foot long, if I'm right or wrong, 20 foot, one end to other end. And that is put it on such a way in your stomach. If it's someone pulled out, I don't think that anybody can put it back on the same position. It's such a compact area. And the reason for it, because they have everywhere you have in a bend, like that, like there. So the food moving from here, stop here, moving again, stop here, moving again, stop here. Reason is to allow the time to observe the nutrients from that part. And its only way it works like a snake, muscles, intestinal muscles moving. So that's how it's moving. Now, if we had a intestine clean and plenty of water with it, it makes easier for him to move the foods different way, different way, different way, different way. And each process, you observe, take the nutrients out, and the waste, final waste come to the end, disposable end. And that process approximately takes 4 to 5 hours. Therefore, once you eat, you should not eat in between at least 3-4 hours something, because otherwise it start fermenting, start all the problems, and then it create the acid, everything inside, and it's create the uric acid. That was one of the other problems beginning with it, because like Sravanji said, the uric acid do have in body vital part, but if it's excess happen, then this all the gouts and all the arthritis and all the problem will begin. And this process also not helping it. So therefore, must have it the system. If you had a breakfast, give it 2, 3, 4 hours or 3 hours, then have a meal, small, and then have a breaks, and then have a final 1 meal a day, if it's right, which is possible, not after 5 o'clock or something. There's a lot of things apply for this one: sunrise, sun moves, and best time for the kapha, vata, pitta, the dosa create. So I'm not going on that detail because I'm not so good. One day Sravanji will take over and make it more clear what I'm meaning to say, but that's how it works. Okay, now what's happened, like I said before, it's get because the all stickiness stuffs on that band where you move, that band is the worst part to stick everything and make it smaller. So you have to push it, or it misses that, it doesn't let the nutrition to shut on the utensil wall. If you have a clean utensil, then it works better, because then you observe all the nutrients. It does not matter what superfood we eat or whatever it is. That is the basic principle. So soluble fibers, it's good and it dissolves and bodies get the nutrients. Non-soluble fibers, it doesn't dissolve, but it have a wonderful job into the body to keep it in clean and keep it in healthy. As long as we remember to drink enough fluid. Even night we woke up, must drink water, lukewarm water, and it'll make happy. Your liver will be very happy, because it's getting, and and at that night time, it's our system start working and divided and distribute the things and filters all the toxins and everything and coming out. Now that's the system's works. Now every human have a little bit different problems. If you have a mental stress, that effect on your stomach first. That's where your digestion systems get worse, and then it create a lot of problems. So how do you do that then? Okay, so you know that sometime you went in the party, you went in the wedding, or you went in somewhere, and you eat a little bit more spicy. Our tongue, our taste bud is fantastic. They always override us and will eat it. Even myself also. I talk too much, but it's there. So what you do, or what I do, I know that night I'm going to have a problem because I had too much food or whatever it is. I do take the prevention first, not the when actual happening, the constipation, and then you start taking the medication. I do take the light laxative, natural laxative. There's a lot of way you could do that one, and that will help to release it your bowels. That's the way simple systems work, mere bhai behan. Now, food, how to prepare the food. Is that okay so far? Everybody understand?
Yes, excellent. Well done. Yes.
Great, great. Because we're coming to nearby time as well as, but okay, now how to prepare the food. Simple. My all mother and sister, my बहनें और सबको पता है, सबको कैसे करना है. इसको try to not overcook any food. More fibers, and this preserve them by just not to overcooking, steaming, and then you still can do the give them a tadka, give them a sanskar by just sprinkle it on top. So more raw food or half-cooked food is better for you. Like leafy food, bhaji and this. You do blanch it and then sprinkle with the things on top. All your tadka, whatever you like it. And there are some which definitely we had to use it because this is Ayurvedically balanced. Something with the something, something with the something. And that's where it helped to digest properly. It's helped to reduce the gases and lots of things. So yes, but not overcook. And also try to not to cook too dry vegetables or anything. Leave it plenty liquid on it. Believe me, that will work because all the nutrition's on that liquid. But if you're making it dry from the beginning for the taste, it's going to create the problem in our stomach from the beginning. So if you have a more liquidy is better. Also, if you had some fluid or liquid or water before you start your break or your eating, it will be help you to weigh it because your stomach is little full, so you're eating less food on it, and also it's got the food water to mash it up the food or cooking the food inside the stomach, and then when it's really you are thirsty after half an hour, body will asking you for drink, and then you drink water, lukewarm water, at least 1 glass, 1.5 or 2 glass, whatever you can. That's fantastic. Remember, whenever you're taking the liquid or drink, sit down. Do not drink up because that's where it's problem. Again, start with your knee, uric acid, all sorts. So make a habit too. Also, I'm sure, I hope, कि मेरी बहनें इनके किचन में there is no aluminium intestine. जो बर्तन है वो एल्यूमिनियम का नहीं होना चाहिए, उसको इस्तेमाल करना नहीं चाहिए. हाँ, हम पता है हम गुजू को कि वो चाय बनाने के लिए एल्यूमिनियम के ही वो इस्तेमाल करते हैं, दूध उबालने के लिए वो ही करते हैं, वो सालों से चला आया हुआ है. और तो आज से मेरी बहन को प्रणाम के साथ मैं बोल रहा हूं कि उसको निकाल दीजिए, इमीडिएटली उसका इस्तेमाल मत कीजिए. Try not to use the pressure cooker as well as less as possible because they doesn't cook the food, it just split the food. वो open कर देता है, but it's not cooked. I know that nowadays timing, also do not eat leftover food. You're keeping on a refrigerator, they create the another acidity in it, and that create the afterwards. So there's a lot of small things to remember, eat, and balance your diet by today this, tomorrow that, and also the lentil, I mean beans. बहुत से beans हैं हमारे diets में. नाम तो लेना बड़ा मुश्किल है, बहुत से वो we regularly taking because it's got for vegetarian, it's got a lot of protein on them. So we do recommend it to eat them. But if you sprout them, not only mung, chana, any beans, black eye beans, सब कुछ इसको स्प्राउट कीजिए थोड़ा. क्या होगा कि जो बीन्स है इसमें जो एनर्जी भरी हुई है, फैट, वो माइक्रो होके निकल आएगी, and it's got a more benefit and it's softened to digest. So remember those little tricks, and that's how it works. And you'll be happy if you be carrying this way. And the last not least, what I like to say to you is, I'm not in the position, but sit on the dining table, keep the television off, keep the mobile phone on silent or keep away from it. Eat with the family. Talk about the family, not the business, not the work, not this, not that. Just have a bit, create the happy environment. Oh, कैसे होगा? Yeah, before the meal start, you start pray. सारी फैमिली जो भी है उसको बैठ के इसको प्रे करो एंड देन ईट करें. और खाने का तरीका क्या है कि थाली में 5 उंगली से खाना है, ऐसे करके. देखिए, अगर आप अभी भी प्रैक्टिस ऐसे करेंगे तो आपका सलाइवा ऑटोमेटिक स्टार्ट ऑन द माउथ. इट किक द डाइजेस्टिंग सिस्टम. सो अगर आप इसे 5 उंगली से खाएंगे तो half of the problem will go. So these are the little things. It's very good. And the last not least I like to give you one mantra, which is, I'm not on that big position, but I think I would like to see my all, like Sravanji says, all the family, all the yoga students and all the peoples are there. It's to say, if someone say, how are you? कैसे बोलते हैं हम? I'm fine, I'm good. Yeah, ऐसे ही बोलते हैं हम. Yeah, क्या बोलना चाहिए? देखिए, अगर आपको कोई पूछेगा हाउ आर यू, मेरे को पूछे मोहन भाई कैसे है, आनंद मंगल. अगर आप आनंद मंगल बोलेंगे तो सामने के फेस पे खुशी आ जाएगी, वो मुस्कुराने लगेंगे और आप भी मुस्कुराएंगे. That's the happiness you want to create in your life and everywhere. Be happy. That's the one. Be happy. Okay. I think our time is over, Sravanji.
Thank you
There's
very
a lot more I can go on and on, but halfway I have to stop the subject. So only I prepared this much, and I hope it will help the people to make life better and healthier.
Thank you,
Oh.
Mohan Bhai. That was excellent. Before we start the question, I just want to digest the whole information what you have given. Very important to know about the soluble and unsoluble fiber. They both have a purpose. One is dissolves nutrients. One is to constipation, prevention of constipation. It's like Mohan Bhai says, it's like a brush, cleans out the whole intestine.
Cleans out the inside.
All the waste product out of the thing. But remember, one thing I'll add on to Mohan's speech will be, you are what you eat. Wrong. You are what you absorb. So your intestine need to be clean. That's why Swamiji does when you go to Yogram or Wellness Center, you do a Sanpakshalan to clean the colon insides, colon cleansing. And that's what we do 5 exercises. We talked about how to move your bowel movement, which is very important. Another highlight thing I liked about was not to drink plenty of water. Whatever your weight is, divide by 30. That's the amount of water you should be drinking daily. And your next thing was your stomach is like a fish size, but it can expand. Make sure you're only eating 1/3 full. So when the acid goes into your bowels, it digests, produces gas, so it got space to move there. And then otherwise, that's when you start burping. When you eat too much, your gas comes out from the top. It shouldn't go up, it should go down the way, as Mohan Bhai said. To get out of the water. That's very important. So all these things are a small thing. And last but not the least, after the Second World War, there was a shortage of iron. So British started inventing aluminum pots. And then Indian people liked it because it was cheaper. So everybody started buying aluminum pot, pressure cooker, for making tea, coffee, soup. So what happens after 6 months a year? You start pitted ho jata hai. The aluminum dissolves in the food and goes to your loved one and damages the brain cell. That's what gives you dementia, Alzheimer, certain health problem. So if you have aluminum pot, make it into flower pot, make something else with it. Don't have in the kitchen at all. And also, last thing also add, I don't have microwave. Microwave is change the DNA of the whole structure, and that itself harming you. Even I've been to America where I give a lecture where doctor was talking about cancer patients not to eat aluminum food. When I went to their home, his wife hid the food in the microwave and gave me this microwave food. So really, it's a lifestyle. I know that. And I don't want to go anymore. I'll leave it to all my family to, if you want to ask any question to Mohan Bhai. And that was an excellent talk.
Or you, Sravanji.
No, anybody. We can answer, each can answer. I'll just put the
if I can start, then you always...
Anybody any question to ask, please ask. We are here to clear anything you want to know.
So after dinner, we always have a cup of tea. Is that in the evening? Is it good or...
After, yeah.
After
meal means immediately. I know the Chinese and those are people doing that after the meal. But if you can prolong a little bit while until the stomach settles a little bit, and then you drink it.
The thing is, if you're drinking, what I've noticed with the Chinese people as well, when you go for dinner there, in Chinese home, I've been there when I went to China. From the start, they give you herbal tea all the time, keep drinking it across there. So what happened is, then you're able to digest the food quicker as well. So there's a benefit as well slightly, because you're not drinking cool water, you're drinking hot tea all the time. And they keep
Yeah.
filling hot tea all the time. When his cup's empty, they keep putting more into it. Yeah, and makes you, so you drink, then you eat less food as well. So
Yeah.
there's a kind of looking at how you balance the whole thing, there's a benefit and there's a kind of,
Yeah.
it's like a bit of both.
Very well said, Mohan. Bye, you done very well. Very good advice as well. Thank you very much.
Mohan bhai did very well. Sudarshan ji, आप कुछ बोल रहे हैं, आपको कुछ बोलना चाहिए. आपके बिना मन सुना हो जाता है, मन नहीं लगता है. आपको कुछ बोलते रहता हूँ.
Mohan ji, you have done very well.
Excellent.
Very well.
Oh.
Now there's this aluminium foil,
That's
that
right.
also could be thrown away from
That's
the kitchen.
Yeah, that's
Or
right.
we wrap when we're going for picnic, put parantas, pudiya in that and take it. So that should be thrown away. This was my talk also today in my class.
That's excellent.
Aluminium.
Because
Because-
aluminum foil bleaches into the food and damages your brain cell
Yeah.
completely. Excellent.
Is there-
I forgot that one.
All I,
You should use now more your silver, gold, or mitti ke bartan, or brass.
Mitti.
Or
That's
the
what I'm telling
or the ceramic.
If you got silver in your house, bring it out. This
No
is the
plastic.
time. Use silver.
No plastic.
No plastic.
plastic.
yes,
No
sir. You
plastic.
see, what I can say, it's a lot of things because we're living in the modern life and modern societies and less of time, and these commercial companies, tellies and everything, are drilling in our head. Oh, this is a fantastic. You will save it this way, this way. Just remember, I came in this country in 1968, and I remember nobody had a freezing house.
That's right.
Now, just remember one incident, one thing. Then tell me, how do you keep the milk? How do you keep the milk?
In a cold water.
Boil
in a cold water.
Exactly. You see, and still was work. But now, even if you're bringing the milk from the supermarket, you're rushing it home. Oh, let's get put on the fridge. Let's get put on the fridge. This is the drill in our brain, like everything. You go for a new kitchen fittings, they will show you the big fridge in middle. Oh, great, we need that big one. अरे भैया जरूरत नहीं है इतने बड़े की. हाँ, थोड़ी चीज के लिए है, लेकिन not that stack up everything and be eating the 6 months later frozen product.
No, not nowadays.
One thing I say in my class always, so anything which designed for convenience is bad for health.
Bad for health. Yeah, exactly.
That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line.
If we start using it
What
sensibly,
What about all these frozen food people buy?
So out of one thing I'll tell you about the tin food, fresh vegetable or frozen. Frozen is much better than the tin food. Tin food has a lot of chemical in it.
yeah,
Which
that's
leaches
right.
out.
Preservative.
But the frozen food, they freeze in factory. So 90% nutrients is preserved. They quick freeze it. They don't boil. They only cook it slightly and they freeze it like within a second.
Yeah.
It freezes. So the energy is preserved. So I will say, rather than if you're buying any tin food, don't buy tin food. Buy frozen is much healthier and more nutrients. That's my understanding. I might be wrong. You can correct me.
No, you're perfectly right.
No,
So
it's right.
Also, my advice is this: do not buy because you got a big freezer. So stack up the all frozen beans and peas and jo hum late hain. Don't just buy as you need it. So there will be a less. You're not using the very old product. So it's a simple thinking. I mean, olden days of that, you cook and eat. You cook and eat whatever it is there. Okay, that's slightly change and convenience, but use some sensibly. That's all I can say. Request every Meri Behne, use sensibly.
Tin chickpeas, and that's not good, yeah?
What's that?
Chickpeas, kala chana.
Tin का कोई अच्छा नहीं है. You should buy fresh
boil आते हैं.
and you sprout them.
वो
and then
soak
cook them.
करके soak
Yeah,
करके
that's why I said if you sprout them, it'll make easy to cook rather than be buying the boiled chickpeas tin.
अब जैसे लोग काबली चना खरीदते हैं, That's got a lot of chemicals. You keep washing it off, but still you're
Yeah.
there. You're harming
Still there
yourself
because-
and your family.
Because it's sucked in. It's already been it's observed in that bins. So use it that, but try to use a fresh product as well as.
But
much.
same
There's a
thing,
lot-
remember, anything which is for convenient is bad for health. That's if you
Yeah.
think of that way,
देखिए,
that's why you
देखिए मैं-
highlight the good and bad.
Yeah. मैं एक बात बताने भूल गया, और मेनली जब मैंने एक्सप्लेन किया था बाजी, कितनी बाजी हम खाते हैं, कितनी बाजी हमको पता है कि हम खा सकते हैं। ज्यादातर में 1 और 2 होती है, मेथी की बाजी होती है, वो स्पिनिच की बाजी होती है,
Suwa,
और
Suwa,
जो
Suwa,
Hindi bhati.
Luni,
Luni, that's right,
Kenya
the
में
kale,
Luni,
the kale baji.
kale,
लेकिन
kale
you
की
know, the
भाजी
most
बनाते
important,
और-
I learned that one when I was in Yogram. And Dr.
Neeraj, Dr. Neeraj.
was explaining that in their kitchen. He says one day what he saws, he went for just visiting the kitchen and he saw all the मूले की भाजी
मूले
काट
की
के
भाजी
नीचे रखी हुई है और मूले इस्तेमाल कर रहे थे। तो उसने बताया कि यार तुम लोग को इसको इस्तेमाल ज्यादा करना है। कहने का मतलब मूले, बीटरूट की भाजी भी है, सबकी जो भाजी है इसको फेंके मत। अगर स्मॉल क्वांटिटी में हमारे पास है, पता है कि हम मूले को इतना नहीं खरीदते, लेकिन दे कैरेट्स जो समर टाइम होम ग्रोन कैरेट के जो है, इसको आप इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं। इसको ब्लेंच करें, इसको काट के इसके ऊपर डालें, जो आप तड़का डालते हैं, थोड़ा वो जो नट्स वगैरह डालते हैं वो डालें, लेमन स्क्वीज करें एंड ईट इट विद द सलाद।
Mohan bhai, I made the carrots leaves.
Yeah.
I made a paratha out of that.
Yeah.
I grind it with some onions and put all the ginger and garlic and just a
That's
little
it.
few stuff and made paratha, and it was lovely. You know?
That's right.
Yeah, and even with the beetroot. Yeah. With the
शुरू से मैं यही बता रहा था कि मेरी बहनों को तो ये स्किल गढ़तूती में मिले, जन्म से आप लेके आए हुए। क्रिएशन करना है, थोड़ा सा क्रिएशन करें, थोड़ा सा दिमाग लगाए।
Exactly.
When I make beetroot juice, I usually buy with the leaves and juice the leaves as well and mix some honey into it to give the flavor and bring that. That's because हाथी क्या खाता है? हाथी इतने बड़ा से इतना बड़ा हो जाता है सिर्फ घास पत्ता खा के। Once you learn how to eat grass patta, then there is no shortage of food for human beings.
No shortage of food. World will be a lot better. There's not.
We're too much involved with the taste. अपने taste buds के लिए हम लोग खा रहे हैं. Not for you learn, you live to eat or you eat to live. That's the question you have to ask yourself.
That's right. Yeah.
जीते हो खाने के लिए या खाते हो जीने के लिए.
Yeah, I made patra out of the beetroot leaves because we get a very fresh from the farm shop. They had a really big one. I made patra. That was really good, nice as well. Yeah.
And also spinach.
all the leaves.
Spinach का भी बना सकते हैं, जो बड़ी leaves है.
That's right,
we use
yeah.
that one very well. So there's a lot of creation. Methi. There's a lot of creation. Methi, potato. Come on, talk darling.
Methi potatoes and tomatoes no very nice. You
Very
can
nice.
make
Subji. That's very good. Very
Also,
good.
one thing Mohan bhai was saying about liquid food, like भिंडी है, भिंडी लोग भुजिया बनाए खाते हैं, उसका गिल्ला खाएंगे तो डायबिटीज में फायदा करेगा.
फायदा करेगा.
That's prevention of diabetes. Manage your sugar level better if you eat भिंडी का लस सब्जी खाएंगे. So that will line your intestine, so sugar won't be absorbed in your blood and your sugar level will go down.
Yeah,
Simple
because
as that.
the sticky stuff in the middle, that was the
That's
most
right.
important for the things. A lot of things,
It's good for kidneys.
जितना
मूले
कच्चा खा सकते हैं.
वो भिंडी की
हाँ.
रात को 3 सोख कर देना पानी में, फिर सुबह में पानी पी लेना.
That's right. That's right.
और
पानी लस हो जाता है.
हाँ, और मूली है ना, मूली की सब्जी बनाते हैं, इसमें थोड़ा बेसन चने का आटा डाल के कर तो आपको प्रोटीन भी मिलेगी, वो भी मिलेगी, बहुत अच्छी लगती है.
Everything. Yeah. It's one day, I think Savanji, one day we'll have a cooking lesson. So
one day if you want, I can talk about which food to eat to detox your body.
Yeah.
I have a lot of knowledge on that. Like
that's
avocado
nice.
खाते हैं, avocado का क्या फायदा है, वो जानना पड़ेगा, कैसे खाना है. Very important. And also how you cook your food is very important. जब खाना बनाते हैं तो प्यार से अच्छे मन स्वभाव से भगवान से प्रार्थना करके सात्विक खाना बन रहा है.
सात्विक बनना चाहिए.
बहुत important है. Also, यदि पैसा जो सामान खरीद के लाए हैं, वो पैसा चोरी का, चपाती का है, तो उसका भी असर खराब नेगेटिव होगा.
Yeah, that's
So it's got to be honest and
Yeah.
you know,
from the
it's all important
beginning.
part of the whole thing.
From the beginning. Yeah.
That's right.
किसी को रुला के भाव ताल करके उसको 50 पैसा वो अच्छा नहीं बनेगा. वो अच्छा नहीं बनेगा. यही बात जो समझ
I want
बना
to ask about a non-stick pan. Which type of pan is that?
That's the other good one. Non-stick pan, what happens after 6 months? Non-stick goes away. Where it goes to your children, your loved one, you're happy, and yourself, it goes in your brain and damages. That's why it gives you bowel cancer.
Because you see, we are not ready to throw anything. Even in my kitchen also, we're not ready to throw everything. There's a
which ceramic pots better?
If I say,
Ceramic pot
there is
better?
one frying pan, the handle is dangling, and I was watching all that. One day it's going to drop. One day it's going to fall. No. You can't throw it.
But
So,
one
sir,
thing I'll tell you, just best pot is the stainless steel one. Doesn't have no benefit, but it doesn't have any harm either.
Because it's more hygienic.
It's more hygienic. Otherwise,
no corners.
the best pot is a clay pot.
Copper.
Clay का, clay में खाना बनाओ,
Clay का.
खाना का स्वाद ही मीठा होता है. Clay got all the minerals put into the body, and your taste changes completely. But that's not possible here. The stainless steel is the best option, I would say.
वो ऐसे बोलते हैं ना कि वो दिन कहाँ के मियाँ के पाँव में जूती और वो भी लाल फुमता वाली ऐसी बात है.
આજે બેન તમારી પોલ ખુલે આવજો વડાલજ ઘરે.
It's fantastic to talk to you, everyone. I hope it's some information is helpful, which you knew about it. There's nothing. You all, मेरी बहनें, माताएं, आपको पता है, आप गर्भवती में लेके आए हुए हैं. You know, you have all the time. But
कहते हैं दादी का नुस्खा, आपकी दादी ने सिखाया है सब आपको.
दादी के सिखाया वो चीजें. लेकिन यहाँ थोड़ा हम मॉडर्न हो गए. लेकिन now we got to come back to the root, come back to the base, and start from there.
But Mohan Bhai, I just like to say, I think because our lifestyle has changed, because when we were in India and Africa, our parents, like mothers, stayed at home and did the housework and cooking. But when we came here, the life changed, and our generations, we were working mothers, working wife. So there's a lot of, convenient thing that we have used and easy, for men, when man come home, your husband come home, he needs a food. So there is a woman there,
there's a pizza or burgers or chips is ready there.
No.
I think this is what has happened. Ready-made food.
I understand. This is why I say the modern life. We just has to balance ourselves. Say an example, Apne Maliban. It's if you're not managing every day, but you could manage it 2 or 3 days in a week. In a weekend. Something that's you feel yourself and you have done something, as well as the families are helping, they're getting the meal. You don't have to do all lavishly meal.
No.
Don't have to do all lavishly meal, but simple, basic, they will enjoy it. I know it's a difficult sometimes.
But what I try to say is, sit with the family in the weekend and make a menu for the next week, what you're going to cook, make a list what you have to buy. So don't just look at the fridge, but jo kharab ho raha bana do. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. It should be planned. Monday को ये बनेगा, Tuesday को ये बनेगा, Wednesday को ये बनेगा, and try to keep every whole family happy. They all have different taste buds, they all have different likes and dislikes, and it's not easy. पर हम लोग मेहनत करके पैसा कमा रहे हैं और हम लोग कापी रहे हैं, उसको waste कर रहे हैं. That's not good for anybody concerned.
We're not looking after ourselves. That's what it is.
Definitely, lifestyle is more difficult here. So really, husband and wife both need to work to survive. So really,
and the children.
There is some changes need to come. Changes have to come, but still, as Mohan Bhai said, create a balance. Whatever you can do, try to do it.
Yeah. Well, at least, Maliban, at least what you can start doing. I'm sure you were doing it, but
I always been I always like Sarvanji said, prevention. I've always been a healthy eater. we don't go out, and I don't eat lot
No,
of,
no,
Yeah.
processed food.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't eat processed food.
No, what
But
I-
I
what I was-
always used to make very bland food. And every time I had the visitors, they always said to me that, there's no taste in your food. You can ask Taco Bai. Taco Bai is my eldest brother. He knows everything. He used to say to me,
तो आपके
he
यहाँ
used
जल्दी हम
to
नहीं आने वाले हैं आपके
Yeah.
आएंगे खाना
He used to
बीमारी
say-
वाला खाना मिलेगा
he used to say to me, there's no taste in it, but I say it's good for your health,
Yeah, that's fantastic.
we-
I know what you mean, but you may be too
Yeah.
harsh for it yourself also. Need little
But
treat,
some-
little treat as well as, but
Yeah.
planning such a way, planning a salad, you like doing rainbow salads, which is all the leafy parts and all the pomegranate and the apples and everything, and fresh orange juice squeezed on it, and it make you mouth watering stuff.
That's right. Yeah. We eat
that-
a lot
that-
of pulses. We eat a lot of
Yeah.
pulses. That's very good. All the
Yeah.
beans and pulses. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
He
So
he
it's
like all the time very tasty food also.
Hey, don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
पकड़े गया बहुत
कौशल्या
बच्चे।
या बहुत चुपचाप बैठे हैं कुछ
Oh.
बोलिए और आपने कुछ
Madam,
Come
advice
for
नहीं
the
दिया
dinner.
I think we should finish the class with the Kausalya ji कुछ अपना hindsight में कुछ हम लोग को information दे
Okay, then
please.
I'll go upstairs now. Yeah.
No, you can still stay there. You don't have to go away. I just want to hear Kausalya ji to say something nice about what her.
No, she's a good
Okay,
cook.
what
That's
did
the
you
problem.
eat
She's a
today
very
that
good
was
cook.
healthy?
આજે શું ખાધું?
આજે શું ખાધું તમે?
Correct, dear. આજે તો ખાવાના
આજે પરવરનું શાક ખાધું, કેબેજ, કોલીફ્લાવર
Oh, that's
અને
nice.
બે જાતના શાક ખાધા, રસ ખાધો, રોટલી.
Rus.
અમે કેરી
क्या बोले
વાલો રીંગણનું શાક બનાવ્યું, દાળ ભાત
Ketin
બનાવ્યા,
kerino
क्या
rus
बोले?
કેરી
kesu.
જો પાકી
मैंने पहले
કેરી।
बताया कि गुजू है, गुजू को तो खाना पूरी थाली चाहिए।
જો, હવે આ કાપવાનું છે આ
But remember, in Ayurveda it says
हाँ, that's
to have a health, you
આવડું
have to
છે
have all
ડ્રેગન
different
ફ્રૂટ।
tastes,
Dragon
sweet,
fruit.
Yeah,
sour,
all different
pungent,
tastes.
chili,
there's a-
everything needs to be there to get your
Yeah,
prana.
eight or nine taste buds, and that has to be balanced in
Pawanji, please explain
Karela.
us how to increase metabolism as well.
What's that?
How to increase metabolism.
अंगूठा चूसिए अंगूठा ठीक हो जाएगा में से बढ़ जाएगा no but that's about everything, your whole body system. So it's about the system there, but I think we'll talk next time, not next week, sometime. What food to eat to detox, to throw out the toxin from your body. Like
And
हम
I
बहुत
think-
दवाई खाते हैं, दवाई कितने बार
Celery.
बॉडी को लगता नहीं है, and that's lying in your stomach, that's what
Yeah.
gives you bowel cancer.
I think, Sramanji, it may be my suggestion is once a month we'll keep like this, just a discussion
Yeah.
program. Everybody talk, so it's everybody's happy, easy go with everyone,
Very
and
good.
with a laugh, and just like a family environment.
We learn something from
Yeah,
others.
from each other. Yeah, from each other's.
The best of us, we should reduce stress. We're looking at each other and kind of makes us happy.
Happy,
Kind of like in family.
Correct, yeah. Be open. Be
That's
open.
right.
That's the one thing. Hide mat kijiye. Agar aapko kuch bimari hai, don't hide.
And if
Open.
anybody wants to talk about anything, let me know. We can make a subject on that. Like Mohan Bhai said, talk about food. He did that, and it was excellent. I'm sure all of you have something to talk about.
Something and something, yeah.
Yeah, nothing. Even in spirituality, even your life experience. If you came from
Yeah.
Africa, how was your life in Africa? Talk about that.
And-
That itself is a good topic.
There's always
Reminiscence.
something learning. There's always learning. Yoga is not only one thing, but it's brought up the mind and thought and everything.
I think that's the basic is the best thing, isn't it? Eating natural food, eating, how in old days our grandparents used to eat millet and rotla and
That's right.
barley.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Savanji, that, for diabetes, or if you have to prevent diabetes, is it better the bajra flour rather
Yes.
than normal flour?
Yeah. Bajra is much
Bajra
better.
is a lot better.
Bajra,
is a lot
singara, makai kata, soya beans,
જુવાર,
all these are good.
બાજરો, મકાઈ, રોટલા.
You see, it doesn't ferment in your body, so that's why it digests very easy. So that's why it's very easy. But it is if you make them roti on a clay tawa, that will be better. But
છે. માટીની
Even if we add fruit to our food while we are eating, then it ferments that food and creates acidity. You know, your carbohydrates and everything, it turns into waste really if you eat fruit with food. Also, if you eat or have water while you're eating,
that's right. Yeah.
In your body, so you don't digest.
You see,
it.
that's why one of the thing I suggest is, so make your food more liquidy. If you had a dry food, you wanted to drink something, and people start. But if you make it more liquid, like rasada, you know, any vegetable also you could make it something which have a more water stuff, so that will make it easier to be eat as well as.
Summarize something else, Mohan bhai, and you should eat which digests quicker first before you eat the heavy food.
That's
so
right.
If you're eating fruit, a lot of people eat fruit afterward, like sweet. Try to eat it before, otherwise it starts fermenting and creates a lot of gas in the stomach.
Yeah, same the salads. You should eat the salad first before you eat the main meal. And that's so it's a stack system. It works as a stack system. It's work that way.
Appetizer.
Sorry?
Appetizer.
Nice sombrero.
કીધું બેને
કાલે તમારે ત્યાં છીએ.
હા જાઉં છું બધા બનાવીશ.
Thank you.
I think we can maybe sometimes when the weather improves, COVID goes, we can arrange something at Camry Island.
That's it.
That's fantastic. Long weekend.
A special cooking session there by
One thing I'll
Mohan
tell you, hey, when we had the opening of the island, Mohan bhai and family and his team came over there. They cooked for 1,500 people food on the island. We had to take 100 tons of food on the boat. Look at the logistic power. I don't know how he managed them. But my head is still kind of, just have no hair left, you know, thinking about it, you know.
I don't
think
know
I was there
either, but I know the one thing, it's like commitment.
That's
I have
right.
commitment for the Swamiji's coming and a lot of people coming. Okay, there is a challenge, but there is a way to deal with it. And I think we managed it. With the
one good thing came out was still people talk about it. When they see Sohail, they go, that's a chili man. Because you know the story about the chili man. What happened? They couldn't find chili in the island. I know. They brought it. So he went to the logs to buy chili. He went to all different shops and nobody had chili. So the newspaper came out, a guy looking for 3 boxes of chili.
Yeah. Then we found a box full on next to it.
So
I know.
His name became a chili man, you know, whenever somebody sees him, postman says, yeah, that's a chili man there, you know.
I know. It's a there was, but still managed it.
Okay, thank you everybody for that was a lovely session, Mohan bhai, and really enjoyed it. Hope you all had a good session. And I'll put it on YouTube as well, so hopefully people can watch it after people who haven't seen it. Thank you very much again. That was lovely information, Mohan bhai, and
Excellent.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mohan bhai. Thank you.
Bye.
hopefully see you in the morning. Take care.
Yep.
Om everybody.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.